I am so happy to be back in your ears today. Welcome to Behind the Business. If you are new to my world, my name is Sofia Bernardi. I am a business coach for online coaches and service providers, supporting them to spaciously scale their business to 30K months and beyond. And I am buzzing with gratitude, excitement, and happiness right now because I just received a message from one of my clients who literally joined my program yesterday, and he has already brought in $30,000. So wow, I don't even know where to begin. The context is he's definitely scaled some other businesses previously, so he's not a newbie when it comes to business, but he is a newbie to the online coaching world and coaching in general, and he's just starting in that, but he's a go-getter, he's very ambitious, and he's applied one particular strategy today, and he has had 3 people say yes to him already, and he charges $10,000 for his offer. So that's 30K. I'm pretty happy about that. With that being said, I am going to move into today's episode for you, and I'm going to be talking about how to set up your social media bio for success. I'm going to be chatting about Instagram specifically, but honestly, most social media platforms use the same formula. The difference is the amount of characters you can use per platform. I actually have an AI bot that I give to my clients when doing this. You know, they go through my signature formula for this to create an awesome bio, and that it creates the bios for all of their social media platforms. So they can just copy and paste it. It's really, really awesome. I'm super happy with it if I do say so myself. So that's really, really cool. But today I want to chat to you about Instagram. But before I get into Instagram bios, I just want to give some context because that's who I am and that's what I want to do. And that is knowing that you do not own any of your social media. It is important that you do use every social media platform. You don't have to use it all and spend time on all of it. Like I don't have LinkedIn and TikTok on my phone at all. And yet we have accounts set up there. My VA posts content for me on them. I don't even touch them. So it's not about being everywhere constantly. Like I only really hang out on Instagram if I'm completely honest with you. And I still have a presence and a brand set up everywhere, which is really important when people are searching your name. So I recommend being on every platform because you don't own the social media platforms. You don't know if you could get hacked, blocked, lose your account at any moment. And just having that brand consistent across all platforms is really, really helpful. When choosing your core social media platform though to go all in on, just make sure you align with the platform, your target audience is on that platform, and that you can stick to the platform consistently. The 3 core platforms are Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn, because on those platforms you can contact people, you can post, you can do video, short form, long form, all the things, versus, you know, things like YouTube and the podcast. They are so amazing, but they're more secondary platforms because you can't talk to people on there and there's a few features that are missing. All right, so that's the important things. Now, when setting up all of your social media platforms, make sure you have the same username on all accounts. Avoid words, underscores, dots, and numbers and all of these sorts of things. Just make it really clean and professional. Mine is Sofia Rose Bernardi on every single platform. Make sure that it's really clear who you are, what you do, and who you help. Make sure there's a clear call to action, a clear profile picture, matching profile pictures on all the platforms, and that your matching branding is everywhere as well. This is going to be super, super important. Now, for setting up your Instagram specifically as a coach, I am a creator profile. I recommend being a creator or a professional profile. Do not be a personal profile. You can actually link up your Facebook personal profile so that when you post on Instagram, it cross-posts onto Facebook, and that way you're posting on 2 places with the effort of 1. So that's really, really cool. We just schedule our content so we don't have to be on social media 24/7. Now, when it comes to actually setting up your bio, like I said, you want to have a clear profile picture. Please just go to mine and reference it if you want to. It's at Sofia Rose Bernardi. It'll also be linked below for you. Sophia spelt with an F, by the way. But you'll see that I have a clear profile picture there. Like you can see me smiling. You can see my face very clearly. It's not of a dog or a tree or a whole bunch of people, or I'm not really far away and I'm not looking at the camera. You know, all of these things really matter. You want to have the same easy to read username everywhere. You want to leverage the name section, Instagram calls it. So I've got my name, so it's Searchable, Sofia Bernardi. And then I've got this, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's like a line. And then I've written business coach, so that if someone's searching the word business coach, I actually have the opportunity of coming up. So make sure you put your name, so you're searchable, and the type of coach that you are. Be really clear and specific about this. Then for the bio itself, you want to have an authority statement. So mine actually says $0 to $2 million in 5 years. I should actually update this to $0 to $3 million in 6 years now, because that's where we're actually at. But you want to have an authority statement if you can that really just showcases you're an expert. For example, one of my clients, she was an Olympian and she's also a TEDx speaker and she's a breathwork coach. So for her, it would be really cool to say Olympian plus TEDx speaker. Like, how much authority is that? And then for her name, she could put her name and then she could say breathwork coach, because that's her niche, right? That's an example for a different niche, how you could lay that out. Then after your authority little statement, you want to have your I help statement. This is a whole process I support my clients with when they first start working with me, because it's super, super important to nail. Mine says helping coaches scale to 30K plus months with a clear calendar most days of the week, because that is exactly what I do. It's super straight to the point. I'm not confused about who I help, what the problem is, what the outcome is, and how I do it, right? It's super clear, and yours needs to be that clear as well. It needs to be tangible as well. And then you want to have a call to action. So mine says DM scale to find out how. This is going to start a conversation, and conversations equal clients. Then I have one link in my bio, which is from my website. It's sofiarosemanadi.com/links. And in that link, I then have, my YouTube channel, a free resource, and my programs and important things, but not too many links, but just, it's all under the one link. You want to have 3 pinned posts on your Instagram profile as well. A post with, who you help and how, another post that shows proof of how you help, and then a next step post ideally. When you pin them, it just means when someone new comes to your world, it's the first 3 things you want them to see when they come before they start binge consuming your content. You want to leverage Instagram highlights as well, so people can see your past Instagram stories that you want to keep on there because it's relevant. There's no timing end date to it. Otherwise, Instagram stories only last 24 hours. And then, you can do a similar concept on all the other social media platforms. I won't go into them all right now. I just wanted to go deeper into one for you today so that you can set that up, because 9 times out of 10, when I'm getting on a roadmap call, aka a sales call with my potential clients, most of their bios suck. I'm so sorry, but most people's bios suck. And I'm like, well, straight away, I know that you are not in authority. You are struggling with leads. You are struggling with conversions. And you are not making money in your business 9 times out of 10. And at 9 times out of 10, I am correct. So it is so important that you set this up right. Otherwise, immediately I am not following, I'm not scrolling, and I'm certainly not buying. So if you want to nail this because you want to grow an online coaching business where you attract leads online, people find your profile, they're like, wow, this is exactly who I want to help. Who I want to follow. And then they follow you and then they binge consume your content because it's actually high quality. They know exactly that they're in the right place. That is how you get people in your DMs saying, hey, how can I work with you? Hey, do you have an offer for me? And these sorts of things. So please set this up properly, because it's going to make a huge difference with your conversions. That is everything from me today. Nice and short and sweet and to the point and very actionable. And if you want me to check out your profile, come message me on Instagram at Sofia Rose Bernardi once you've updated this, and I can give you a little review. All right. Now, all of my love, and I'll speak to you all very soon.